time in studio. Unfortunately, I'm in Atlanta, but Don and Peter are with Charlotte Flair. Now, WrestleMania 40 is in Philadelphia this April. Tickets are on sale Friday. Pre-sale right now. And Peter, I'm going to let you lead this, but Charlotte, first off, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.
Let's start with the subject at hand. The reason you're here, you're on the big WrestleMania 40 press run. Doesn't it feel like it's such a crazy schedule you guys live? Because WrestleMania just happened, it feels
But
like.
are you surprised I'm on the press run?
No. This is what you signed up for.
Yes.
This is what it is to be the queen.
Challenger champion 7 years in a row.
At Mania.
At WrestleMania.
And this one was a really cool
So
one.
going into 40 will be 8.
Oh, that's happening, you're sure?
No, it'll be my 8th year, but if I had to bet on someone going in as challenger champion, I would bet on myself.
What's your favorite Mania match so far?
Oh, that's so hard. Everyone asks me that. They're all so different. I'm proud of each one for different reasons.
Now,
32 put me on the map.
That was the championship.
32 is when I retired the Divas Championship.
And became the first women's
and
champion.
And the inaugural Raw Women's Championship, yes. And then 33, Triple Threat, it was just fun. 34, Asuka, I think, cemented my legacy. 35, obviously, because we were the main event. 36, Rhea and I did what we could in the COVID era.
Oh, yeah, that was in the
It was still an
Performance
incredible
Center.
match, yeah. Then I missed for COVID. Then beating Ronda Rousey at the one in Dallas was like a bucket list. And then Rhea full circle, just proud of the moment.
This last one.
Yep.
Now, when you were wrestling in front of maybe 90 to 100,000 people, you've been doing this for a long time, and you're great at what you do. Are there nerves involved? Do you get butterflies when you come out in WrestleMania?
I still get nervous before SmackDown.
Really?
Or even live events, yes.
Even live events?
Even live events. Because I'm so competitive with myself. Like, even a live event, I'm like, I'm going to have the best match ever. I'm just wired differently, I guess.
Well, but that has to keep you motivated too, right? Because with the second you get bored and you don't get excited anymore, it's not quite the same.
Well, I feel like there's such a high expectation of my work that no matter the venue or whether it's WrestleMania or a live event in Greensboro, North Carolina, like I feel that pressure because you always want to make a new fan, right? You always want to make someone new smile. So I feel like if they've heard, oh, that's Charlotte Flair, then I got to be that Charlotte Flair that night.
Right.
Is it tough, Charlotte, to be, you're not only living up to your name, but you're living up to your dad's name, an iconic wrestler himself. Has that been difficult for you in this business?
Yes, Peter, we've had many talks when I first started in 2015. Very difficult, mixed blessing, but it made me who I am today. And when they paired my dad up with me, or when he was my manager in 2015 and 16, all I could think to myself was, my dad naturally just wants to steal the show, like all attention on him. So how am I going to get the audience to focus on me? And when it was a real sink or swim moment, and because I went out there every night going like, they have to focus on me and I have to outshine my dad, even though he's not trying to steal my shine.
So it's not that he was. It's not that he was. It's that you felt that way.
I felt that way.
Looking back, do you think he was, or do you think he was trying to get you over with the fans?
I don't think he. I don't. So he might. I don't think he. I think he thought being him would get me over. If that makes any sense.
Right, just being him and being there and being next to you.
Yeah.
And how effective was it in your eyes?
I thought when I turned on him, that was the biggest, like a bigger moment.
Right.
Like going against him versus beside him.
Right.
But it was just more like he's such a character, just being him. It's how do I top that naturally?
Well, but let's throw in the other factor to give Michael and Don and our listeners some more insight. Not only are you thinking about how you're performing and how the fans will accept you, but now your dad, who is, and I say this in truly the most loving of ways because I do love the man, who's a maniac on the road, right? I mean, like, so not only are you worried about how you guys are performing, but now you're the reason that your dad's back out on the road every week, and your dad doesn't know how to be on the road and just go to work, go home and watch Golden Girls and go to sleep.
No.
So you have to worry then about, you're just getting accustomed to the business. Was that hard to then worry about your dad?
Well, you know what's weird? Like, he would sit and talk to the guys, and they would ask him questions because he'd sit at the monitor at live events. And I could see him giving great advice, but I never went to him and sat at the monitor and said, hey, what could I do better? Because I didn't feel that connection with him, that he could look at me in a non-biased way and tell me what to do. Like, I remember asking him for advice before Hell in a Cell, and he was like, just go feel it. I'm like, I'm main eventing Hell in a Cell. What do you mean just go feel it? Like, I don't know if it was his way of tough love or he just didn't know better, but I respected and appreciated how much the guys took his advice. But if I went up to him and said, hey, what should I do in this match? I didn't feel the same connection or the same amount of effort to help me. Like, not that because my dad would do anything to help me. Like, I am my dad's pride and joy. But it's just, I didn't take it that way. Like, he'll just be like, oh, you're so athletic. Well, I'm like, Dad, I need, like, constructive criticism.
But because you're a girl, you think he couldn't do that, or because you're his daughter?
Well, I mean, so I started in 2012 at FCW, which turned into NXT.
Yeah. So this was like FCW's...
So he didn't see me wrestle until I beat Natty.
He didn't. So FCW is like the minor leagues, essentially. It eventually became NXT, which is now a TV product in its own right.
Which is now the third brand. Yeah.
Right, which is its third brand, but still the developmental territory to some extent. And he hadn't even seen you during that time.
I mean, yes, I lost my brother. He lost his son. But there was no, like, talking about what I was doing until when he saw the match that Natty and I had, which had that match. And I tell Natty this all the time, not happened, I don't think anyone would have taken me serious.
Wow.
Now, you almost lost him a few years ago. Did the relationship change at all after that? Could you get closer?
No. My dad and I are best friends.
Right.
I just, when it comes to work, like, him and I just butt heads.
The way...
Like, we're just two alphas.
Right.
Like, we just butt heads. Like, he's telling stories about me in the back of the bus on a European tour, and I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to get liked here. Like,
right.
Why is he telling Big Show about when she was in 9th grade trying to make the volleyball team, and I'm just trying to fit in.
So Charlotte, I'm wondering, because I have 2 young kids, and I'm on the road all the time, and I want to be a part of their life. I want to be an influence on what they become as people. Your dad was always on the road. Was he an involved dad? Was he there at the daddy-daughter dance? Was he able to do that?
Yes. So he was way more active with Reed and I than my older sister and my older brother, because that was the NWA days. But when he was home, he was making me waffles, smoothies, pancakes for breakfast, driving me to school, bringing me Dean and DeLuca salads for lunch. Every game, Gatorade. Not every game, but, I mean, he was a full-on, like, soccer mom. But I played volleyball, gymnastics. I mean, I played a lot of things, but he was there for everything.
That's one of the things that makes your dad so complex. Yeah. That he managed to be, a guy who blew a bunch of marriages and blew a ton of money and made a lot of bad decisions. But also, I sent notes to the guys earlier, but also is like a doting father. Like,
yes.
He's really everything.
No, yes.
And can you believe, do you ever take, because guys, in 2017, when it was 2017, right, that he almost passed? Or 18? 17, right? I think 6 years ago. I think I just saw he posted the anniversary. He posted some random thing of him wooing 6 years ago, I almost died, but that was... I mean, I remember at that time, it was the front page of ESPN. Yeah, it was everywhere. And I remember thinking, God, I hope Rick pulls out, because he will be so happy at how much people care about this. I mean, the whole world stopped. I was like, he has to see how much people care. How far did it go for you? Did you think you were going to lose him?
We were told to say goodbye. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know how to say goodbye. Like, I can't. No, I can't even think about it.
And now...
Well, because, like, now I'm in the business, and he's the only person in my life that, like, I mean, yes, I'm very close to my brother and my sister, my older brother and sister. But, like, out of, like, me, Reed, and my mom, me, Reed, my mom, and my dad, like, it's hard to tell family members, like, I get his life, he gets mine, but it's not even that, it's the position I'm in. He gets the position I'm in.
Right.
He gets the pressure, he gets the stress. being the champion all the time, what comes with it. There's so many similarities.
So you said you've been doing it for over 10 years now. You're the best woman ever to do it,
Thank you.
and that's according to my brother.
Your brother loves me. Yes.
So, but have you seen your influence in other women wrestlers? Have you been around long enough to actually run into a female wrestler who says they're doing it because of you?
Well, there is a future star. I mean, she's a star now, but for the big stage, her name is Tiffany Stratton, and she was like, "It's because of you I wanted to become a wrestler." I'm like, "Hold on, I'm not that old, Tiffany. Please do not say that in interviews."
But she's that young.
But she's that young.
Yeah.
I'm like, calm down. Don't tell people that. But yeah, it like blows my mind to realize that I've had a hard time like enjoying the journey, and I need to like I'm just now learning how to enjoy the journey. I've been like go 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 go, but yeah, I don't think about it all the time, but like when I got to meet Tiffany one day privately, and we were just talking, and I was just like blown away by the impact I left on her, and it felt like really special.
Don't you feel it? Do you feel it in the locker room now, though, even with like Rhea and Bianca? Because like they at least from my vantage point, it seems like the young superstars, and I think in the case of both of those, the name superstar is not just a thing WWE says; it's what they both are.
Yes.
They both clearly have a sort of deference and appreciation for you.
No, they do.
And-
yeah.
and I can
You're
tell-
making me smile.
Well,
yeah.
because if let's just lift the curtain up. The women's locker room has its ups and downs, and you have your own ups and downs in relationships with the girls you worked with. Some best friends turn not best friends, turn
Yeah.
all these things. But this new generation that's come up, I can tell that they're there just like, oh my God, Charlotte Flair. And that must feel great.
It does. It does. Yeah.
And it must make for
Like
a nice
Rhea,
relationship.
like she didn't even realize what she was doing, but she was like, I know I'm gonna have to bring it. Like meaning when she got in the ring with me, because she knows like every time I go out there, I'm like, we're gonna fight. Like you're gonna have to bring it because I'm bringing 100%. You better bring 110%. And like I don't know if she said it in an interview or said it to me, but it like tickled me a little. I was like, oh that makes me feel good. Like she knows that I'm gonna make her fight for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
We're talking with Charlotte Flair. WrestleMania is next April, and pre-sale is today, and the public can buy tickets on Friday. You know, you're talking about matches, Charlotte. It's not like you two just go into the ring and freelance. It's really choreographed. Can you tell us about the work that goes into it?
So I feel like some of the best matches are the ones that have mistakes and you actually like stray out or like fall off course and have to get back on. Like a perfect example, Rhea and I this past WrestleMania had a move in there where I woke like for a second I woke up, I'm like, oh, there's my face in the mat. Ow. That wasn't supposed to happen. So I was like, God, I hope she doesn't move. I hope she doesn't move. Let me collect my let me get my breath for a second. And if you go back, it was like one of the best moments of the match was the suplex to my face when it wasn't supposed to be that. And I'm like, had that not happened, we wouldn't have gotten those replays. So like to me, like I'm so happy I landed flat on my face. Like it made the match that much better. So I needed it to breathe, and we got to eventually where we were going. But like, yes, they're choreographed, but I think the best ones are when you're listening to the audience. You change whether they're booing or cheering, feeling. I'm at that stage now where I'm getting to enjoy that.
Well, so tell us the difference then. Like, walk us through if you were to have a match versus someone who's on the newer side.
Oh yeah.
How much, like, let's say you find out on Saturday you have a non-televised event, right?
Yep.
Against a girl who's only been up for a few months, and it's one of the first times you've worked together. How much conversation do you guys have to have before you go out there? And how much do you lead it?
Non-televised?
Yeah.
Non-televised. So I'll give Sonya an example. I'll use Sonya as example. So we got to work a lot together leading up to WrestleMania with Rhea on live events.
Okay.
So I would just say, I'm going to tell you what to do the entire heat. We're not going to plan anything. We're going to go off the crowd.
Explain to people exactly what that means.
So if you watch a match, it's actually that easy. You see the good guy when the match first starts, you typically see the good guy looking really good,
Right.
beating up the bad guy. Then there is a stage in the match where the bad guy is able to capitalize on the good guy getting hurt, whether it's from cheating, whether the good guy falls and hurts himself, like by slipping on a banana peel, whatever it is, or a distraction from somebody else that's ringside. So then that's when the bad guy takes over the match and starts beating up the good guy. And you really want the good guy throughout this to like eat his spinach and finally get his payback on the bad guy until the end of the match. So obviously with Sonya, we planned the beginning, we planned the ending, but the in between, I would just the crowd, like I would say, the crowd is starting to cheer. I'm gonna fight back, and then I'll say how to shut me back down, so she beats me up again. And
so you're just
it takes
saying
a
that out
roller
loud.
coaster.
You're just kind of the crowd's loud, so they don't
Yeah,
hear
and
you. And you're just,
Sonya was like spectacular. Like she doesn't mind being a bad guy. That helps me as well. And she just listened, and it was money. Like, I really enjoyed that. And obviously, I take being a babyface as a challenge. So I liked working like it actually, if I let myself be a babyface, meaning be vulnerable while the bad guy beats me up, it works.
All right, so if you're in a match with somebody and inadvertently that person really, really hurts you, does it ever turn into a real fight where you really get angry?
Oh, yeah, they get a receipt.
They do.
yeah.
Yes. Rhonda, one time, this made my day too. Shayna said that one day someone asked Rhonda if I hit really hard. And I think she was like, well, if you accidentally hit her really hard, she's going to hit you really hard back.
So even Rhonda.
No, but just using, like, because we're very physical together.
Right.
Like, Rhonda is, when I say she is the baddest woman on the planet, that woman is so tough. Like, that Survivor Series match we had, she let me beat the living.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all her. She made that possible. So kudos to her. But when she said that, I was like, oh, she thinks I'm tough.
So you will hit back though. So if you get potatoed,
If I get potatoes, you're gonna get potatoed.
All right, Peter, what's potatoed?
Potatoed is when someone hits you hard.
Okay.
Like when someone they
If
actually
you wake
catch
me
you.
up, I'm gonna wake you up twice as hard. But it's always safe. No one does that on purpose. It's not. The business isn't that way.
It's a different time.
No one.
Now you were telling me off the air about a charity that you're working with, and
Yes.
I wanted you to tell us about it.
Smile Train.
And I wanted to talk about how you got there because I think it's an interesting part of your story and personality as well. So tell
Okay.
us about Smile Train.
So, for the first time, I was out for a couple months after WrestleMania 37. I'd had a lot of dental problems. My teeth knocked out from wrestling. Long story short, I had to take some time off for that. And my periodontist was telling me how tough these kids were that he has to perform all of these surgeries on. And while I was off, I had been trying to find something that I felt passionate about besides wrestling. And he just so happened to tell me about how strong these kids are when they have to deal with these procedures and what they go through emotionally and physically. And he wasn't telling me, he was just telling me about what he does. And I don't know.
What is he?
So no, he would take on pro bono work for children with cleft palate. So I think
Okay.
he would do a couple of free ones a week.
Okay.
So I was like, but he wasn't telling me to like, it just so happened to be in conversation about what he does. And I was like, oh, tell me more. And that just made me smile. Like it made me go, okay, what if I worked with this organization? Because I can put smiles on people's faces inside of the ring. What can I do outside of the ring that's on my own terms? That's not, I mean, I've worked with Special Olympics,
Make-A-Wish, of
anti-bullying
course.
campaigns, Make-A-Wish, all the ones through WWE. But I was like, I really want to do something on my own. And when he told me that, I just was like, oh, I wanted to help these kids. And I also learned through Smile Train, they also have taekwondo classes for the kids to help them with bullying and to help build their confidence, and sports and wrestling helped build mine. So I was like, oh, I love this organization and what they do and what they stand for. And I recently had a show in Mexico City. So when I reached out, I was like, hey, I'm in Mexico City, and they're in over 75 countries. But I just so happened to be near one of their headquarters. So I was like, I'd love to stop by and just say hi to the kids and hug them, give them high fives. And it was just so rewarding, like to be able to give back and do something like that.
Now, Charlotte, I hear that you and I have something in common. We're not really in love with trolls on social media.
I may have been the birdie who mentioned that.
I don't give them life.
Michael does.
I
Well,
breathe
up
life
today-
into them every day. It's
Yes.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
he claims he's stopping, but up until yesterday, Michael loves to give them life.
I like to
Oh,
go
don't
back.
give them
Media
life. That's
CPR.
what they want.
Yeah, but I like to fight.
Well, I mean, I do too, but with my fist, not behind a keyboard.
Words are
Have you
powerful, though, Charlotte. If you could give them good words, you win.
Can you though with
Yeah.
trolls? Can you ever win?
Yeah, I don't
So
think so.
you've kind of you've kind of backed away from all of it, right? Like paying attention to it in the same way.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte's character is. I mean, the way I have to look at it is, I'm always in a conversation, good, bad, or indifferent. So I must be doing something right.
Correct.
Nobody talks about people that don't shine.
Right.
So,
So
I like that. I like that. I'm going to use that.
yeah,
Do you know the best or remember the best piece of advice your dad gave you?
yeah, and always know who you are when you walk out of the curtain. Oh, and dress the part.
Which, by the way, is why I loved your thing a couple weeks ago.
The
Well, yeah,
yacht.
they did a thing with Charlotte on a yacht, and it was she just reminded me of your dad, but in a way that it makes more sense now. You being like your dad when you were brand new was kind of unreasonable. It's like, well, why does someone get to be the greatest just because their dad's the greatest? 14 championships later, you know what I mean? 10 years later, influencing a whole generation later, having had your own success, you being this character, I think makes a lot more sense.
It felt natural.
It really
Like
was
for the
awesome.
first time. Yeah,
I enjoyed that thoroughly.
me too. I was excited when the writer Jen and Ryan Callahan and Bruce Pritchard and all those guys came to me and they were like, "We're gonna put you on a yacht." I'm like, "Absolutely."
It is very. Now I want you to make an estimation. A story that I love to tell is that I went to do a bit when I was working with Complex,
Yep.
where me and your dad went watch shopping.
Yep.
And at the time, I just recently got my first watch, and I got mine as a gift from my wife because I can't ever pull the trigger myself. I'm too cheap. And so, me and Ric Flair went to go see my boy Greg Una here in the Diamond District, and we're looking at watches, and they're shooting the show, blah blah blah. And I had failed to mention to Rick that I at the time didn't know what I really wanted to get, and I told my friend Greg, I was like, just bring me whatever like older ones you have. Maybe I'll just get like a starter, like an older one. When we're in the middle of shooting, I asked Greg, what year is this watch from? And Rick goes, wait, what do you mean? I went, well, it's like a 1990. Blah, blah. He went, it's used? The look of disgust on Ric Flair's face.
No, he was probably just
No.
surprised.
No. Disgusted. He was.
No.
I'm going to show you. You're going to love
Oh,
it.
God.
He was like a used watch. So I ask you this.
No, he was probably like, "Can I get one of those?"
Yeah, is that a possibility?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, how many watches do you think your dad's gotten over the years? Because he's always got a pretty fresh one. And I know some are gifts. I know he's gotten
Yeah,
some as gifts.
so this one. So this is the Shawn Michael gift that I have.
Oh, that's what Shawn Michaels
This is what
gave
Shawn
Rick?
Michaels gave my dad
And he gave it to you?
when he retired at WrestleMania. They had matching ones.
Wow.
Nice.
Because everyone like, I guess I don't think about it, but I'll have like guys sometimes be like, "What's the 24?" I'm not 24. But yeah, WrestleMania 24.
Wow. I did not realize you're wearing your dad's.
But I will say,
WrestleMania watch.
he had the there was a different band on here. It had the classic Jubilee band. But when my dad gifted it to me, he was like, I had to spruce it up.
See, by the way, in case you guys don't know what we're talking about, this is really big Rolex talk that you only get from the Rolex wearing Kiss, Stealin', Wheelin' Dealin', Jet Flying, Son of a Gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charlotte, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
over.
Thank you.
WrestleMania, the tickets, right now you can get the pre-sale, and Friday is WrestleMania 40
10
tickets.
a.m.
And it's pretty cool that WrestleMania's in Philadelphia for the first time in 25 years. And for New Yorkers, it's kind of amazing. You can just drive down for the weekend.
not far.
Super easy. Anyways, thank you for coming by,
Thank
Charlotte.
No, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so much. Hey, this is Michael K here to tell you about my favorite lottery app, Jackpocket.